Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's episode we're going to be making cake pops. So in today's episode you will be needing a home baked cake, which you can buy at the store and home bake it yourself. In this episode I had actually made it from scratch. You will be also needing a flat pan with parchment paper on top. You'll be needing a vanilla frosting for this. You'll be also needing a large bowl and an ice cream scooper. Everything else that if I mispronounce, it'll be in the link description below. So now what you would do is you take the cake and you're gonna cut it in half. After I cut the cake in half, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the cake and put it into the clear bowl. Which I did right here. And now I'm going to add the vanilla frosting into the cake, but make sure you break up the cake in little pieces. I'm using my hands in this description, but it can get a little messy, so I would advise using gloves. You just break it up into small, very little pieces, I would say. Make sure you break up the little piece into very little pieces with the cake mixture. And then what we'll do is once you break it up into small pieces, you're going to want to add that vanilla frosting inside of it. Now I did bring a spoon out so I can use it to scoop the icing and put it into the big bowl, which I'm about to do right now. And for this measurement, you just need to just make sure, I'll take like 2 scoops at a time and make sure you mix it all around and stuff so it can stick together. Now while you're mixing it, I end up adding more frosting, which I want the cake and the frosting to stick together. That's why. But eventually I added a little bit much, and I had to end up having putting more cake in. Now I use the ice cream scooper to shape the balls, and depending on like the ice cream scooper like I have in this video, I felt like they weren't being too shaped good, so I just shaped them with my hands to feel like a little better. That helped. And you would just shape these things into little balls and put them on the parchment paper onto the flat pan, and which I'm showing you right here. So for this pan, I end up making 12, and on the next pan, I end up having another 12, so that gives me 24.
Don't touch.
Now, once complete, like I said, these ones came out a little big and bumpy, but that's why the ice cream scooper will give you the best perfect shape to actually get these. But I just did it handmade. So once you're done with them, you're gonna end up doing the other batch here, and just gonna make another 12 of them again. And then afterwards, when you're finished, now when you're done making the rest of these of 12, then you're going to end up taking the 2 batches of 12 and you're going to put them in the fridge overnight to get them very hard. Now, because that I don't have regular lollipop sticks, I just found some sticks that I had for leftovers, and now I'm dipping them into chocolate. For the chocolate that I used was a semi-sweet chocolate. You can use any chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, whatever chocolate you desire. And once you dipped it into a large cup, you want to swirl it around to get off all that excess chocolate off of the cake pop. One thing I have desired was you have to melt your chocolate. So you can use your microwave to put the chocolate inside of there and melt it for 30 seconds on and off until you finally melt out your chocolate. And use a tall cup to dip your cake pops in. It will be much more easier than a flat surface. Now, once you're finished dipping all of your cake pops into the chocolate, then afterwards you're gonna sprinkle it with sprinkles all around it. And you can also not just use sprinkles, but other toppings that you may desire as you like, but I'm just using sprinkles for this video. And you wanna just sprinkle it a little everywhere around because it's going to stick to it. Now, after you finish putting all your sprinkles in there, now you're gonna want to freeze them for another 2 to 4 hours, or just until the chocolate gets hard enough. And after they've been freezed, this is the end of the results of the cake pops that I have made. Thanks for watching.